Good evening, welcome to tonight's episode of Best Way Ever. Tonight our panelists have been asked the question, have you ever given or received bad directions?
Alright, bad directions. Alright, last night when we was doing the cha-cha, I think Miranda got some bad directions because the whole part about put your hands on the knees, she like backed all into me and stuff. I felt uncomfortable.
I can think of one time when I must not have given the best directions. It was around like last Thursday at Camp Fusion when I told a couple of girls to give me some really cool hair for the first day. Didn't quite turn out like I had planned.
Yeah, I know. I've been lost my share of times. One time I was going to this nursing home for a National Honor Society activity, and it was at the Grace Living Center on Southwest 84th Street. And I stopped by this guy. There was construction, and I asked him which way is the Grace Living Center. He said, okay, well you take a right here, then you take a left here, and then you go down there, then you take another right, then you go and you take a left, and then another right, and I got all confused, and before I knew it, it was 3:30. They'd probably already started, and long story short, 6 years later, I finally found the place. I was just driving through there casually the other day, and I just happened upon it.
I've actually never asked for directions in my life, but I've given bad directions before. This one time, this guy named Corey Spagogi asked me for directions to a party, and I didn't want him to go to this party because it was in Virginia with a bunch of lobsters. And so I said, no, Corey. He's like, tell me the directions. And I said, all right, you go east down I-40 for 23 miles, then you turn right directly off the interstate and get on the turnpike, which will take you south again. And you go left, and then there's a loop and a splashdown, and then you're there. And 45 minutes later, he was back where he started, and he was pretty upset.
I've never been lost a day in my life, with the exception of 15 or 20 times downtown Oklahoma City trying to get back from a various ball game or a hockey game or what. It's something about downtown and one-way streets. And it always happens when Glenda's in the car with me, and she knows all the back roads there, and I think she keeps this information secret from me just so that I will squander downtown Oklahoma City. The giant metropolis that it is, I can't find my way out of that place. It's just impossible. I just drive till I find the Bass Pro Shop. Then I can leave. Of course, I'm always sidetracked, but that's the only place I know downtown. Bricktown and the Bass Pro Shop. The ballpark, they're right close. I can get out. Anywhere else, I'm toast.
Actually, I used to work at Whitewater Bay, and one time, because it was the first time for me to go to work there, and I got lost. Because there's no way to get there. You have to like exit either on 15th Street or on Miranda Arthur. There's no exit on the street you need to go off on. You can drive by on the highway and wave at it.
It's pretty crazy. Sometimes I just jump off the highway.
You do not.
But I never really asked for directions before, but sometimes I try to look it up on MapQuest, and it's crazy. It has such detailed instructions how to get out of your driveway and turn onto like the first main street. And then like I was going to a Rangers game in Texas, and it had me get off the highway and drive a fourth of a mile and then get right back on the same highway. And I don't know what's up with that.
But that's very necessary.
I think there was this one time I told somebody to take a right and a left, and they ended up in Kansas instead of Dallas.
Bad direct. Okay, well, this one time I was trying to get to Dallas, and I called Seth up, and from where I was at, he told me to take a right, but I should take a left. And long story short, I ended up in Kansas.
I've never given any directions or received directions because I don't go anywhere.
I have a bad sense of direction, so that means I get lost a lot, and it's a very scary feeling not to know where you are or how to get where you want to go. One time I was coming home from a football game that was in Tulsa, and And there was a roadblock on the highway that we were supposed to go down, and these people told us, don't go that way, find any other way to get back. So somebody told us a different highway to go down. Well, this should not have counted as a highway. It was dark and scary, there were no lights, there were no other people around. It looked like we were driving through the middle of the woods, and it was just a very scary feeling to feel lost and not know how to get home.